So last time we got our drag rail together and running for the first time in a few months, we scrambled to transfer all the parts over from the lawnmower back to the rail, and we also installed a new 34mm carburetor to gain 5 to 10 horsepower. But we discovered some kinks when we reassembled it and finally got it running.
Yeah, one of them was the base plate. The engine to the base plate was a little loose, and so the engine shifted.
Yeah.
The other thing was it was pulling really hard one way. I think it was pulling hard to the right, because I think I had to pull to the left to keep her straight.
We always have a hard time with this one engine mount because our steering shaft is right there. All right, give it a shot, bud. So we're just adding those 2 extra bolts right behind the engine there, just for a little added extra support. And you guys remember last time when we filled in the holes on our engine cover, here is the result of our "it'll be fine" sticker imprint.
So we have this 34mm Mikuni carburetor, and we are feeding it with an electric fuel pump. It doesn't like it too much. Apparently the fuel pump has a little bit too much pressure, and I don't feel like buying another fuel pump. Do you?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a little bypass with a little valve so I can adjust the fuel pressure. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tee into the pressure line going to the carburetor. And then I'm gonna have a tube coming off of it going to the inlet to the pump. And we are gonna put a T in there, and we're gonna join it in the middle with fuel line and a valve. Every carburetor manufacturer has a different pressure on their carburetors. This one is most likely gravity fed, so not a lot of pressure. So since we can't go gravity fed and we have this fuel pump, we're just gonna have to do what we're gonna do. So here's I think this is the fuel pump. Yeah, you ready?
Yep. And that's what was happening the other day.
Yep. Too much pressure.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Oh, snap. So whenever I turn on the switch, shouldn't have any coming out. You hear the pump going?
Oh yeah, it's going crazy.
Yeah. When I start closing this slowly, we should go start. If I close it off completely, it'll start to
leak
overflow.
out. There it goes.
And then I back off of it a little bit until it stops. The only thing I can see a problem with doing it the way I'm doing it is we could have a little bit of cavitation going to the pump.
Is that air?
A little air, which might be a problem, but the pump might be able to still pump plenty of fuel into the bowl.
Yeah.
Just might be a little aerated.
Okay. Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out, and that's to try it.
So we need to check tire pressures.
Yes.
So part of our pulling problem could be uneven air pressure among the tires. So I have my tire pressure gauge here. We are at, let's see, like 2 PSI.
Probably lost about 5 pounds of that leak you had there for a second.
Anyway, there's basically no air in our tires just because it's been sitting for so long. So that could be part of our problem. We have a max of 47 PSI, so I'm going to go 45. That looks good to me. So the driver's side on the front had about 2 pounds in it too, so I bumped it up to 45 to match the other side. I'm going to try to have 20 pounds in the rear, and we are at about 8. So this one has about 10 pounds in it too. Fill it up to 20. So I'm going to pop in and do a little bit of testing. Couple things we're looking out for. Pulling from one side to the other. Tire pressures are all equal, so that should be taken out of consideration now. Fuel, either overfilling the bowl and leaking out, or fuel starvation, not getting enough and it dying. Engine position, we wanted to stay put. And we're also looking out for better throttle response, more power, more torque, but the gains from the carburetor. 5 horsepower doesn't sound a lot when you're talking about like a 3,000 pound car, but for a 400 pound machine, 5 horsepower, that's a pretty beefy increase. Ready?
Hold it. Switch you. Yeah, there you go.
It's done. What was that?
Hold on.
I mean,
everything on.
I lost fuel.
Yeah.
Well, this sounds like a good time for me to remind you guys to come to our meet and greet at Busco Beach, November 3rd and 4th. We're camping overnight, so you guys who are coming from far away can stay for a while. But for those of you guys who don't feel like staying overnight, y'all are all welcome too. You can find more information on our Facebook page at Cars and Cameras Reviews. Be there. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to have the 50 horsepower lawnmower out there, do some trail riding, do some drag racing. It's going to be a good time. Remember those nuts we keep forgetting?
Oh my God.
Yep. Safety, ladies and gentlemen.
I guess our spindle fell apart because the nut is missing off the bolt.
Yeah.
Now we're trying to get it back together.
So we can limp it back.
Yeah.
Probably should grab a hammer, dude. At least it's a nice day.
Yeah. Did you cut it off?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I think I'm getting covered by fuel.
Oh.
Something wet is hitting me.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit of fuel.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we can get a catch container for it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So we have fuel line running to a plastic bottle as a catch can.
Yeah.
For testing purposes, right?
That's right.
We don't have timing lights, and if we were really trying to do some 60-foot tuning and testing to optimize it, we would have timing lights. Well, we don't have that. So we're gonna try to take some air out of the tires. The sidewall is really stiff. So we're not really thinking we're gonna see a huge difference in traction, if any, and it's all seat of the pants stuff too, so we're just going by feel because we don't have timing lights. So I'm gonna clean up all the chain lube I got everywhere, and we're gonna take probably 10 pounds out of the tires.
You might even want to take it down to 5 on the track.
Why is that?
If we have a traction problem. If
Yeah.
we don't, then not worry about it.
I mean, I say when we go to the track, man, we can bump it back up to 20, so we can take air out, no problem, but
yeah,
we can't put it back in.
right. 10.
I'll hop back in it since
All right.
I was doing it.
All right.
and then I'll let you hop in it.
Sweet.
Yep.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah.
When I was coming from that way this way, that front left tire was bouncing.
Floating. Okay.
It was like floating. I'm pretty sure I kept seeing daylight underneath it
Okay.
as I was first taking off.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the same thing, but
No, on this side I didn't, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, we used to see tiny little wheelies, and I didn't overhear that one time when I was paying attention. But like, yeah, we could very well still be getting small wheelies.
yeah, but I think I'm spinning.
Okay. Yeah. And dude, it could be as simple as like, you know, because I remember last time we pulled this thing out, it was like June or July. It was probably 95 degrees outside. You know.
Warmer tires.
Yeah, and it's 80 right now, but
Yeah.
you know, just that difference could be it. Because yeah, I agree. I think you're spinning a little bit.
Yeah.
One more thing we can do though, that you've been wanting to do for a while, is make a couple little modifications to our header.
I found our little pool noodle.
Yeah,
Pipe insulation.
Yeah, we found that a few months ago in our travels looking for something else, and we were like, all right, that would be good for a helmet guard.
Yeah, I think like right around there is good, and then we come down the back.
Yes. So there are a few more things of tuning here and there we can do before we go to the drag strip. One of the things we were talking about was the exhaust. So check this out. I don't remember what diameter pipe this is, but the pipe that we have coming directly out of the exhaust port in the head is slightly smaller than the rest of the tubing there. So you know what that means.
Be nice to open it up more.
We have a little bit of
A
restriction
little
there.
bit of a restriction.
And it's probably not much, you know, half horsepower, quarter horsepower, something like that, but every little bit is going to help. And then we can also take that as, you know, time to kind of fix the little rust spots in the in the header.
Putty and paint makes what it ain't.
Another thing we could do, and you guys made a lot of comments on it in the past, is put a lighter weight battery on there. We have a Honda Civic battery on the rail right now, and yeah, the thing weighs like probably 25 pounds, maybe 30 pounds. It's heavy. And, you know, ideally, if we were trying to go as fast as we possibly could, we would put a lightweight, you know, Go Power Sports go-kart battery on here like we had on the original Black Widow 670 go-kart. But it's just so convenient being able to crank this up whenever we need. We used to have a lot of carburetor problems, so it would die a lot. So if this thing turns out to be a total champ and never dies, you know, maybe we can change it. But still for right now, I like having... you know, I like it having the ability to crank up kind of all night long. Other than those things, it would be nice to get some lighter tires. These tires are actually 21 or 22 pounds a piece, which is really, really heavy. I mean, they're not designed for drag racing. They're designed for like, you know, a UTV or something like that. So we really would benefit from some proper slicks in the weight department, and now that we are actually spinning the tires, probably in the traction department too.
So I pulled off the header and I wanted to check the inside diameter of the ported head on the exhaust side. And this pipe right here just fits inside of it like perfectly. And I decided I'd check it compared to here, and it's very close. And further inspection, that weld is is pretty thick, and if we were to grind it down to like the diameter of the pipe, we would have probably the exact fit of this, and it would fit perfectly. We wouldn't have to change anything. So I say we just clean it up, dude.
Yeah, sounds good with me. Filing down the ridges on this header is taking a long time with just a file, so we are going to run to the store and grab a sandpaper wheel. That should speed things up. We've also been detailing the rail.
Kinda.
It looks good, dude.
It looks alright.
It looks good. It may be slow, but dang it, man.
It's not that slow.
We built it.
Keeps up with cars, dude. With the wax, we ought to be able to get in front of a Hellcat.
So we used a drum sander on the ridge of the header, and it actually knocked it down really, really well. So we have a nice, smooth exhaust flow now. Unfortunately, the drag strip got rained out this last week, but we have one more modification we want to make to this rail to bring it back to its former glory. But thanks for watching this video, guys. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video today, and subscribe for more awesome content. Don't forget November 3rd and 4th, Busco Beach. Meet us there. More info on our Facebook page. And if you're buying any go-kart or mini bike parts, use our code CC10 at GoPowersports.com for 10% off your order. Check out what we're up to in between videos on Facebook and Instagram at Cars and Cameras Reviews. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.